Hello. Welcome back to Single Women Retiring Abroad. I believe yesterday I kept saying single women traveling abroad. Hopefully you caught that. You can be traveling, but the name of this channel is Single Women Retiring Abroad. And we made the distinction for this series of videos that when we talk about retirement, we're talking about people who have stopped working for a paycheck. So if you're a digital nomad, you are married, or you're living off, let's say you've inherited money and you're very comfortable, this is not who these videos are geared towards, okay? These videos are for people like myself who have worked 30, 40 years plus and then decided we just had enough. We're gonna retire. I retired early. You can choose to retire at full retirement age of 67 plus. Bravo. Today's topic is, let's talk Social Security. I think the previous two videos, we did talk about Social Security. And I kind of broached the subject of the history of the program. I also talked to you about the risks that this program is experiencing right now. But today we want to go a little bit deeper. So humor me. You know, you never have too much information, especially as you're considering a Blaxit. It's a major life decision. You know, I remember when I was in college, they were ranking things that happened in your life that were really high stress decisions. Of course, marriage, divorce, moving into a new home, buying a home. Like, just think about, oh, I just bit my tongue, I'm so sorry. Think about just packing everything you've accumulated over 45 years and just saying au revoir. You say goodbye to your family, your friends, everything that is familiar to you. That is stressful, okay? So I don't want you to get into this and think it's gonna be a walk in the park. It is not. It is emotional. For me, I think somebody posted a question the other day, was giving up all your stuff and decluttering ultimately to giving away everything? That was the most traumatic thing for me. You know, some other people could be leaving their job. That wasn't traumatic for me. Just the decision to just stop working and say, forget it, I'm going to take early retirement, that wasn't so difficult for me. But watching myself posting all my stuff, you know, and I'm a cook, so my kitchen was full of beautiful bowls and things, and you know, I had a friend come around and she just filled up her car, and it was nice in the moment, but after a while when you look, it was hard. Excuse me, I remember when I was really close to getting rid of everything. My bed, my California king-size bed that I used for years, and of course I only slept on about a third of the bed, the rest of it was my office. My computer, books, I'm sure I'm not the only one doing that, right? When they came, this lady came, she answered the ad in Facebook, on Facebook Marketplace, and she brought her big, you know, husband, brother, children, and when they loaded that bed into that truck, it hit me. And for the next 2 weeks, I think, I slept in the closet on the floor in my bedroom, in my closet, where my, you know, and my clothes were almost gone too. So it is an emotional decision. So that's why we want you to think through it and not rush into it. We are here. If you have questions, please send them my way. If you want somebody to hold your hand, have a little kumbaya moment, you're allowed to shed a few tears. It's okay. Actually, shedding tears is rather cleansing. And then you're gonna pick yourself up and then keep it going, okay? So, I know I've already said a lot, but if you don't know who I am, my name is Maggie Lazar. I am a retired nurse practitioner, and I have been retired 3 years now, and I currently live in the country of Panama. This channel is all about single women thinking of Blaxiting, who've already Blaxited somewhere, but most especially to Panama. I am not an expert in anything. I've given some disclaimers. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a relocation specialist. I'm not a legal analyst. I am just sharing with you my process from leaving my home, getting rid of things and coming in here, and I've been here a year, loving it, still love it. Retirement is not scary. I know it sounds scary. And the mind shift, you have to constantly be open to new ideas, new ways of seeing things. Because when I was in my 50s, I was like, retired? I could never retire. What would I do with myself? What would I do with my life? Listen, I am so busy now, but on my own terms. I do what I want when I want it, and that includes cleaning the house, getting out of the house, staying in, cooking, not cooking, socializing, not socializing. It is so freeing and a stress reducer to know that your time is your own. You don't have to answer to anybody. Your budget is your own, okay? So, let's get going about Social Security. We talked to you history-wise that in 1935, Theodore Roosevelt, the president at the time, signed into law the Social Security Act. And what it did was ensure that employers were going to collect money from employees' wages, like to put it away for them, like for a rainy day. And then when they hit age 65, then they were able to collect it. That means when you were retired, you didn't have to go bare. You were not automatically poor because you quit working. But the payment that you get from Social Security is only a fraction of what your wages were at the time. And I can imagine that they would base the payment on the payment from the last year. They probably compounded everything that you've done for the last 30, 40 years and come with a median or a mean. So at full retirement, not in my case where I retired early, if I had waited to get my wages, my full retirement payment, you want to call it, it's not wages, at age 67 and 8 months, I would only be getting 78%. But that's really, let me correct that, 78% on the average for low-wage earners. What do they call low-wage earners? I didn't look into that. I'm sure they have a number, right? But as a nurse, maybe I'm kind of middle. I'm not a top-age earner, that's for sure. You can ask nurses, they're not getting paid what they are worth. And it's a heavy women career, that's never gonna happen. You know, there are certain things, as I get older, I've just realized that's not gonna change. And it's not worth my time getting myself all bent out of shape over something I cannot change. And I think on some videos that I've done, I talked about the serenity prayer. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. It asks God to give you wisdom. Pick your battle, okay? The things you can change, go ahead and change them. And in the prayer, ask God for wisdom to change the things they can. And then, I think courage, and then wisdom to know the difference. All it's saying is pick your battle. There are certain things in this life, in this world system, that we cannot fight. Social Security is one of them. Even though we can go picket, you know, people are picketing right now over Gaza and everything. Is anything changing? Anyway, that's a little segue. So if you're a low-income earner, and I don't know what that would mean, maybe somebody who worked in fast food service, maybe hotels, low-wage workers, maybe working minimum wage and above, only getting 78%, but that's still better than what I get as a middle-income earner. On the average, people in my group, we only get about 42% of what we were getting or what we got. That's not a lot, right? So when you get $2,000 a month from Social Security, chances are you have been earning about $4,000 a month. And that's why it's difficult for people to make it work if they want to keep the same lifestyle. That's why it's smart to kind of go down a little bit and be just say, okay, I only get this much. How can I make it work? You got to change your lifestyle. I'm not saying downgrade or whatever, but as you get older, you don't eat as much. You shouldn't be going out that much. You shouldn't be going to bars and expensive restaurants if you are in that middle income, group. Now, if you are a high income earner, and again, I don't know what the numbers are, but people who are well off and make really good money, they only get 28% because they don't really need it. I think it's a good thing that they're getting less compared to. But people like me, I think should be getting more, right? Because we work our, off to get there. So the goal of me giving you the numbers is to let you know that Social Security is not like that based on your wages, what you are earning right now. So don't count on it. And you should. And I think I was getting letters from Social Security periodically. I'm not sure if it's every 3 months or every 6 months, but they would tell you, they would send it to you. And if you should be, nodding now. It will tell you at full retirement, this is what your payment, your monthly payment is going to be. So you can have an idea, okay? So, financial planners, they say that you need about 70 to 80% of what you are making now to live comfortably. And of course, with inflation, everything getting more expensive, Social Security could give you like $100 more every single year. Sometimes they give you a little bump, but that is nowhere near to make up for the price of food, cars. My God, the price of a car nowadays is what people used to pay for a house. And you're getting a loan for, it used to be 3 years, now it's 5, 7 years we're paying for a car that is starting to depreciate the moment you walk off the lot with it. That is not smart. And young people buying homes for 30 years, a lot of them can't even make the down payment, but they will buy a house, and then by the time we finish paying for it in our 60s, 70s, 80s, we have paid 3 times the cost of that house. That is criminal. It should be criminal. But if you want to have a house, you don't have a choice. People used to save their money to buy a little house. But no, we need the 3-story house. We want the 4,000 square feet. Oh, in this case, this lady said she had 7,000 square feet. It costs. It costs. And if you're in that high income bracket, listen, we are not begrudging you. We're happy for you, sis. Just do you. Okay? But we talked about also the danger of Social Security, that not enough people are paying into it. Too many of us are living a lot longer, and too many of us are retiring every day. Baby boomers, about 1,000, 1,200 every single day. That is a lot of people retiring, a lot of people accessing benefit. By 2030, they are saying the government won't be able to pay you. So I'm anticipating that maybe they will decrease the payment. It is a political time bomb. We don't know, but we need to be alert. That's why I'm saying get another part-time job, get a new skill. Just because you retire doesn't mean your brain is dead. We went over that in a video. You have skills that you can start a business, even if it's part-time. I don't want to work full-time, right? I want to be excited, but I want my time to be my own. So other people also are tapping into the Social Security benefit. You don't have to be 67 to get Social Security benefit. Did you know others are getting benefits also? Qualified disability. If the doctor signs off that you're disabled, you can claim Social Security benefit. A spouse or a child of a beneficiary. If your husband dies, you can get Social Security. A divorced spouse of someone getting or eligible for benefits. Well, I didn't know that. If I get divorced, okay. I need to explore that one, right? A spouse or worker who died, a spouse or a worker who died, of a worker who died, right? A dependent parent of a worker who died, and you may receive benefits at any age. So what I'm saying, it's more pressure on the program, on the system. So that's Social Security. Go to ssa.gov put your information in and see what your benefit is going to be at full retirement. And if you say, I want to retire in 6 months, put that age in, that date in there, and it will tell you what the exact amount is going to be. It was really right on the money when I did mine. So I did it. You can do it too. Come on, join us in Panama. Panama is beautiful. Rashida was interviewing Charlotte Van Horn, one of our CEOs here, and then she's like, Panama is a hot topic. A lot of people interested. Your sister is here. If you have any question, shoot them to me. I appreciate you listening, and I have 30 days. We have like 23 days to go. So thank you for joining me today. This is day 8, and I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow's topic is why Panama? Why indeed? I'll be happy to tell you. I'll see you tomorrow. Au revoir, à la prochaine. Bye bye.